Let's talk about burnout because this industry quietly burns a lot of good people out. Not because they're bad at the work, not because they aren't capable, but because no one ever taught them how to last. In experiential marketing, it's easy to think burnout only happens to people who can't handle the pace. That's not true. Burnout usually happens to people who care, people who say yes, people who want to do a good job, people who don't want to let anybody down. So let's talk about the real difference between brand ambassadors who burn out and those who stay in this industry for years. The first difference is how they say yes. People who burn out say yes emotionally. They say yes because they're afraid, afraid the work will stop, afraid they'll be forgotten, afraid this is their last chance. People who last say yes intentionally. They pause, they read the details, they ask the questions, they think about energy, not just money. That pause alone changes everything. The second difference is how they see being booked. Burned out ambassadors treat every booking like it's rare, like it may not happen ever again. So they're overworked, they overextend, they never rest. Ambassadors who last understand something important. Opportunities come in waves. There will be busy seasons, there will be quiet seasons. They don't panic during either, they plan for both. The third difference is how they recover. Burnout isn't caused by working hard, it's caused by never recovering, never resting, never taking a break, never taking time for self care. People who burn out go from one event straight into the next without a reset. There's no reflection, there's no recalibration. People who last build recovery into their rhythm. They take days off on purpose. They create space between events when possible, and they don't feel guilty for resting. Recovery isn't weakness, it's strategy. The fourth difference is how they choose events. Burnout ambassadors chase volume, more events, more hours, more chaos, more noise, yada, 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 right? Ambassadors who last choose quality. They choose events that pay fairly, respect their time, align with their strengths, open better doors. They don't need to do everything. They do what makes sense. Another major difference is identity. People who burn out often tie their worth to how busy they are. If they're not working, they feel behind. People who last don't do that. They know they're valuable even when they're resting. They don't confuse stillness with failure. That mindset protects them. And finally, the biggest difference is boundaries. Burnout usually comes from having none. People who last learn how to say no calmly, protect their time, communicate clearly, and stop over explaining. Boundaries don't make you difficult, they make you sustainable. This industry can be really fun, it can be lucrative, it can open tremendous doors for you, but only if you learn how to move in a way that doesn't cost you your health or peace. Inside GGA, longevity is a big focus. Not just getting booked, but staying well while doing it. Because burning out doesn't mean you failed, it just means no one taught you how to last. If this video helped you, subscribe for the next one. There's always more coming.